Hello, and welcome to Flavors of Ireland. I'm Margaret Johnson. I'm going to be making Irish tiramisu made with Diddy's Irish oatcakes. Robert Diddy is an artisan baker from Northern Ireland. He's actually been called the best baker in the UK. He's really, really legendary. And his oatcakes are spectacular. They are half savory, a little bit of sugar in them. You can use them with cheese. You can use them in this recipe, which is a takeoff on tiramisu, which is the classic Italian dessert. And we're replacing the ladyfingers with his oatcakes, and we're replacing the sambuca with Newcastle Irish whiskey. So I already have a half a cup of whipped cream, and to that I'm adding a full container of mascarpone cheese. This is, of course, the classic ingredient in tiramisu. So I'm going to just whip it by hand here. It doesn't really require a mixer. Now, into this is a coffee syrup. It's made with espresso, sugar, and the Newcastle Irish whiskey. You could make this on stove. I've already done that part, and it makes a really lovely syrup. Again, the longer you cook sugar with a liquid, it becomes very syrupy. So this is the coffee syrup. So we're going to take half of this coffee syrup, and we're going to flavor the mascarpone and whipped cream. Combine this so it has the nice, lovely color. A little darker than if you were making this recipe, of course, with sambuca, which is colorless. Okay, and then we're going to take the rest of the syrup, and we're going to just cover and toss the oatcakes. You don't leave them in very long because you don't want them to get soggy. The crispiness of the oatcakes is really what is extra delicious. So I'm just going to make sure that all of the little oatcakes are covered. And I've broken them into 3 or 4 pieces each. The oatcakes come in little triangles. And I'm just going to let them sit for just another few seconds. Now the extra thing that you will not find in Italian tiramisu are these cherries. Now the recipe from Diddy's is for Morello cherries, which are Italian cherries, and they're fairly expensive. I've just substituted canned cherries. They're dark, sweet cherries, but you could use fresh Bing cherries if you wanted to pit them and add them to it. And it's just an added thing. It's not 100% required. I think they add a very nice flavor to it, but I'm using, as I mentioned, just the canned cherries. So now, I have 2 martini-ish glasses, and I also have some of these very cute, I call them trendy little, they're about 3-ounce, 4-ounce small glasses that you find a lot of restaurants are using these. They make you feel better. You're eating whipped cream and mascarpone and whatever else it is you're eating, but you feel a lot better when you eat a small dessert like this. So we're going to make this into a variety of sizes. If this recipe you can get, depending again, this is fairly shallow, maybe this is a 5-ounce glass. You can use a little bit larger martini glasses. You could use goblets. You could use your best Waterford crystal if you wanted to really make it into a totally Irish dessert. So I'm move the cherries to the side for a moment, and I'm going to divide the mascarpone, put some in the bottom of each. A little more. The problem with the little dishes is actually you need a little bit of a smaller spoon but I'll manage. And this is again just to give you an idea of the many possibilities. These are, by the way, they remind me almost of a little pint glass. You can find these in a lot of places. Bed Bath & Beyond sells these little glasses. Thrift shops sell a lot of them. They're probably discards from some grandmother's attic. She thought she would never use them again, but lo and behold. So now we're going to take some of the coffee flavored biscuits. You can break them into whatever size you like, really. And if you plan to make a lot of the smaller ones, I would suggest using break them into smaller pieces. Put a few more in. No sense letting them go to waste. Then we're going to add these cherries. Oops. Stirring is okay. And we're going to finish with a layer of mascarpone. Now, it's recommended that you refrigerate these for at least an hour, maybe 2 hours, because you want the mascarpone and the whipped cream to firm up again a little bit. They look very pretty, I think. And again, if you have a few extras here, you can just break them up just a little bit more and put them on the top. Or you can also dust the tops with cocoa powder. And I drizzle a little bit more of the syrup. This is, again, syrupy. It's a coffee syrup, coffee whiskey syrup. So when you taste this, you are essentially having an Irish coffee in a glass with some of Diddy's oatcakes. So, we have Diddy's oatcake, tiramisu with Nepal Castle whiskey and cherries. And I think you are going to love it.